some earnings of VALE, SAM, and some other things. So let me just go over the chart of VALE. And if someone in the chat can tell me whether you can see my screen, that's going to be a great help. So thanks in advance for doing that. You should see the VALE, the weekly time frame for VALE here on the chart on the screen. So I hope that is good. Let me go to some lower time frames here. I already did a little bit of work before earnings here to kind of figure out where I would like to get on board, and I can tell you that over the last few weeks this has not been looking bullish, at least to me. So I would like to see a good move down here after hours. Let's see. Is this the wrong VALE? Let's see. Or does that not even have its earnings today? Let me see. October 24th. So I didn't make the StreamYard. I was told VALE has earnings, but maybe that's not true. Let's see. What has the highest market cap here? AGJ, COF. So I'm not even sure where we're at the right day here for VALE. That's probably not today. So let me just take a look at some other ones here. Maybe AGJ, that definitely does have its earnings. Let's see. Feels like I've looked at this equity before. So the ticker is AGJ, Arthur J. Gallagher. Let's have a look if we're going to see some volatility here. Let me just put on some levels. Yeah, looks like VALE's tomorrow indeed. I'm not sure who made the StreamYard, but it's not VALE time indeed. I'm just going to keep an eye on AGJ here as that has its earnings today. So I would like to see this get above 290 and hold that level as support, or basically I would look at 274.25 for support somewhere way below us here. So either this or at the other side of our range here, 274.25, and then looking for something like this to happen. Let's see. SAM, is that something that has its earnings today? Let's see. SAM, Boston Beer Company. That seems to have its earnings as well. But did that already happen? Not yet. Let's see. The SAM company. This chart looks good. That chart looks very, very similar to PayPal before it basically got back above $80. That's not bad at all. Let's see if this can come and give a retest of $287, or if it can basically, let's say, get above 302.8 and hold that as support. So let's go to the 5-minute here. After hours price action in here as well, right? So SAM, Boston Beer Company, I'm going to look for a move above 302.8 and then holding that level for taking it higher, or coming to 287. What's what's up? Good morning, Farouk. That's epic. It's always morning somewhere, right? Man, these are definitely not the earnings that that Bull was able to cover yesterday with Tesla. What a day they had, right? Let me just put on a third chart in here. Just kind of want to see the move that Tesla pulled off today after their earnings. That's a more interesting chart, all the way to 260. That's one hell of a move. Let's see. That's really the Uno reverse pattern here on Tesla. That looks very, very bullish, basically to go to the 271 over the next few days. Well, maybe tomorrow or next week, and then to 300. So that is some impeccable price action on Tesla. Anybody who is a holder of those shares is absolutely sitting in a nice spot. What a gap up. At this point, I basically think that Tesla is bullish until it gets back below 213. And if it ever gets back below 213, you're probably going to see a massive cascade to the downside, like a big flush if you get below the red level. But as long as you're above this red level, like Tesla is hyper bullish. Not too much else to add on that because they had their earnings yesterday. So let me just get back to the flavor of the day. Is this a buy? Don't usually do blue chips. James Clogs, are you referring to Tesla? And by the way, you usually don't do blue chips. I would highly recommend you to start thinking differently, man. Blue chips are where the money's at. Sam, is this a buy right now? I'm not. No, no. The answer is no. The short answer is no. I'm waiting here for some price action. We would need to get above 302.8 and flip that level into support. So before this would become a buy, we need to basically go higher and make that red level a support level, which if we look on the 5 minutes here, the 5 minute time frame, we're trading below the red level. Personally, I'm not even gonna lie, Sam Boston Beer Company, that's not something I'm gonna be touching immediately because that chart, just the way that it moves here, that looks like it's gapping up all over the place just constantly. I'm not a huge fan of this. Just by looking at these charts, personally, my favor would go to the one on the left here, AGJ, and also not right now. So it's not a buy right now. We would need to see some evidence for that. Do you think there's going to be any aftermarket surges? Well, I think there's a good chance, just let's put it that way. If they're going to report their earnings here any moment, then that is indeed likely going to make some price action. But I don't know. These are definitely not your Teslas and not your Nvidias. So if we go back to the earnings calendar, there's really not that much in terms of individual companies that are reporting after hours. Let's see, Digital Realty Trust, we can maybe have a look at that. In the rest, it's really all names that are very kind of unknown. And what do we have tomorrow? Anything in particular? Yeah, tomorrow is VALE, so that's tomorrow. If you guys want for VALE tomorrow, I would highly recommend basically putting that $8.8 support on your chart. And if we come there, then that would become very interesting, to be honest. So I was actually planning on looking at that today, but that's probably gonna take some till tomorrow. Let's remind myself here. Want to take a look at DLR as well, Digital Realty Trust, or whatever. So far, really no spicy moves. Yesterday on Tesla, that was exactly the after hours move that you want to see on an earnings, right? So big volume spike and some interesting candlesticks. Let's see. Digital Realty Trust seems to be at all-time highs. That is one bullish looking chart if we zoom out a bit, right? And it has its earnings, so let's go to a lower time frame and kind of see what's going on here. Ooh, that seems like a scary candlestick, but you got to put things a little bit in perspective, right? So on the 1 hour, and if I zoom out, let's see where this could potentially hold. I mean, honestly, I would already start looking all the way down here. So it's counterintuitive, but of course, when things come down, they become better buys as they are coming to support and are at support. I'm just going to keep, I'll put DLR on my watch list and put 155.23 as a very good, as a very good level to put on there. Let's see, DLR, Digital Realty Trust, add to watch list. There we go. Good. So that is also what I like to see on earnings, a big move down on a stock that is generally uptrending and at all-time highs. So people buying it up and then does something like this. That's ideal, and that's really a bull market chart the way you want to see it. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Let's see. What a move, right? What a move. What a wick. This is all very, very risky business. Almost no volume, and this might go up to however high it wants to go. Let's see. Looks like this is indeed making new all-time highs as we speak, DLR. So 172. I think we've never traded this high before. And let's look to the left a little bit here. Let's see. That is one huge, enormous move above the previous highs here. So if this comes down, well, then those previous highs can become support. So it's just a matter of moving along with the chart as it moves itself. So at the moment, this is what I would like to see. At some point, it's going to see a big correction anyways, and then you're better off buying at support. So as we're breaking levels, those prior resistances can turn into supports. So 166.5 for DLR. If we're going to close like this, the 15-minute candlestick above that level, then that would be a level to come back to test as a support at some point. It doesn't mean it can go higher first, right? It's just not a good buy here because there's too much downside risk. Go to the 5 minutes. Right, that is one huge candlestick. Zero volume almost. Mm, 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 mm. These two on the left here are really not moving, so it's really these charts that I'm after, the ones that are going to see some movement. Then we can talk about it. Let's see what else. What else? Capital One Financial Corporation, COF. We can take a look at that as well. COF. That is also more like it, right? That is what we want to see, some interesting candlesticks. COF, pretty much also close to all-time highs, probably. Let's see. This looks like it's going for its respective all-time high there at 167.5, right? Let's go to the 5 minutes. That is a very nice move here on COF. So that is a more interesting ticker than the one that was on there, and then Boston Beer as well. Take a look at that one. I mean, if this gets above 159.75, this has some clear room to basically run all the way back to 167.5. That is, it's a good move, but you would want to see this level get broken. And so if it comes down from here, we can take a look at, let's say, 156.4 as a bounce point. So when I see either this or a break of that level above us, then flipping it into support and going higher. That's a nice one, COF. I can put this on my watch list as well. That's weird. Did my subscription here run out? That would be weird. Let's see. Seems not. Is VALE dying yet? Seems like that has its earnings tomorrow, champion. We're taking a look at COF. And VALE dying, I mean, if it goes to 8.8, I'm gonna look to be a buyer there, sir. So I hope it doesn't die too much. Oh, the heck? Yeah, actually, I know. It was kind of suspicious when I went to VALE and nothing was happening, and then I checked earnings calendar, and it's basically a couple of different ones today. Actually, tomorrow VALE, they report in the morning. No, also after hours. And then we were also taking a look here at DLR. This one blipped down, and then let's see, in just a couple of minutes time here, this went from say 162 to 176. That is it's quite an insane move. Can't really force the market to move quicker. Let's see. Ooh, there comes some volatility for Boston beer. That's interesting. So that's what we want to see, right? Big candlestick that are moving either up or down. That's what everybody's here for. Let's zoom out a little bit. So this does not need to hold 287. Let me actually put the level at 280.25. That seems more like it. Good. That is one nice candlestick. Let's see on the volume. Is there any volume behind this? Let's see, not at all. Those after hours moves, the way that they pull that is always a beauty. And if this does get below 280.25, we'll have to already prepare to look lower for this. And we can take a look at 262 and at 254. And if this nukes massively off its earnings and then grinds down into one of my support levels, I'll be very interesting to play this from lower. Then it becomes a good buy. Yeah. That's what I want to see. Good. Those earnings don't disappoint, right? That's nice. Webull says today after market close. Yeah, there's some confusion there with VALE, right? Weird. Now, both my trading view and the earnings report here and the earnings calendar, they basically they point to, and so VALE, yeah, that's VALE SA. That's the same exact company. There's actually only one VALE. Check the market cap. That's the same exact company that we're talking about. So weird. Man, Sam, can we get a nuke from 306 all the way to 250 overnight or so? That would be well appreciated, especially while we're not in this stock. Then that's great, and that leaves tons of room to run back up. Kind of off topic. Did you see MNPR stocks go off? I have not, champion. Let me take a look. MNPR, Monopar Therapeutics. Ooh, only the name alone, brother. Natal. Oh yeah, this is the next drug then. Yeah, I understand. Oh yeah, I understand. That's juicy. You don't buy this, right? The moment you buy this, this goes back to $10. If you're in from lower, I mean, you take profit. I've had many such instances of people that are basically buying something like this at $2 and then it goes to 30, $40 and it's like it's not going down again. And this can this is risky, right? This can easily actually let's not say $10 immediately. I would say let's say 1845 or so. Like that's where I would be kind of more interested. There is absolutely no way that I'm touching this here. Like 0% chance. I'm not gonna buy, even though this can go up twice in price. The chance that it goes down is just it's not a good bet. That is one impeccable day, but look, this is the riskiest of the riskiest business, right? The moment this starts coming back down, and it seems like this actually has some after hours volatility. Actually, thank you for updating me on that. Doesn't have earnings, but this at least seems like it's moving, right? 15-minute candlesticks minus 15%. That is something. Man, if this does get above the high of day, then this can go to basically $50, right? Just as simple as looking at the next round number above us there. We smashed the hell out of that bid. It was the drug we needed. This was a trade on MNPR. Let me check that out. Porter. Did you play that in the premium section, brother? Not gonna lie, didn't see that. Didn't see that. I was not alerted, sir. Where's my personal alert? Where's the DM? Jay smashed a bit. I didn't see it, so it didn't happen. This was all in free. Sir, you keeping the spiciest things for the free chat. What are you doing? Pookie in there right with me? Interesting. I mean, this is like I just said, this is the riskiest of the riskiest business. This I wouldn't touch it. Really, you can save yourself so much money just consistently not touching these things. I know that it's very, very tempting, and it's not because everybody plays it that you should too, right? Is this very traditional kind of expression, like it's not because your neighbor's going to jump off a bridge that you need to do it as well. Ultimately, right, you're kind of jumping off a bridge playing these things. That's for sure. I will say that they'll put it on my watch list and I'll move along because like what you really don't like to see here, for example, on MNPR, and just one thing that already tells you like you need to take profit is the volume here. So huge volume spike. Let's see, that was at 3:15 today, right? So about an hour ago. Let's see. Yeah, an hour ago, massive volume. Let's see. So on the volume, 125,000 shares, and then it goes up, and look how the volume basically goes down, goes down. So you're basically going up, but there's no power to continue. And then we went to that same resistance again, and the volume here really is not impressive in comparison to the volume that we had basically on the breakout candle here. So until you see some good sustainable volume that gets you above that red box, sir, this is the I'll move my $18.45 support to zero or so. Like this quite literally can go back to $1, right? So that's my unpopular opinion about it. If it gets above the red box, then you're gaming. Then you can go to $50. I went in on 17 today with 17 shares. Should think about selling it tomorrow or not. I mean, sir, if you're in from $17, look, I hope I hope that by tomorrow you get to sell in profit if because they can pull whatever they want, right? If you're only able to trade, for example, if you're not able to get out of these shares, for example, now in profit, then you run the risk that tomorrow by 9:30 a.m. EST you're right back at $17, and then that goes to $12, and now you're no longer in a gain. So you definitely, I wouldn't trade myself out of all my positions. So you wouldn't want to just market sell everything, but to take some profit is essential, my friends. And I would never hold it overnight. So yeah, absolutely. This is a problem, right? By tomorrow, this could be at $6 easily. Now it can also be at $50, but it's very much it's gambling, right? You get that. Yeah, jetpack the volume. You know, Porter, that I'm not an indicator person, but that volume is something to keep an eye on always. Does tell a story. And so this break here, for example, for DLR, that's a nice big candlestick, but the volume is not it's not a lot. So sure, this price can go up further, but the breakout here on almost no volume, that's going to mean that the moment you turn the corner, man, this dumps right back into support. I stocked up on some hood today. Haha, Duco, me too. I was smashing some more clips in that. I'm smashing $1,000 clips at once, like $1,000 clip, another $1,000 clip, another $1,000 clip. I clipped a little bit more today on hood, but I mean, my invalidation is tight, right? I'm not a long-term hood holder. If this moves down to my stop, I'm out. I'm not DCAing, so if I get stopped out on hood, that's fine. But it's a good looking chart, bro. It's a good looking chart on Robinhood. I'm telling you, this is if tomorrow we're able to close above 27.33, then next week we see each other in the movies, brother. In the movies where they're drinking martinis in Monaco. Yeah, yeah. So 20, let me say that again. So if tomorrow by 4 p.m. EST you close above exactly 27.33, then next week I think this is going to the moon. Now I can be wrong, right? So make sure to not play options. I am not in options. I am just clipping shares. Yeah, the bull market's most certainly not done on Robinhood. That these guys know what they're doing. It's actually one of the few charts that has looked good all year. Now, there's other ones that have looked good all year, but sustainably good all year, and definitely Robinhood. And this dump here, right? Let me let you guys in on a secret, right? Have a look here with me on Robinhood. See this candlestick here? Exactly this one. You know where I think that candlestick has appeared recently, right? I think we recently have put in, let's see on the daily, here on Starbucks, look. I think that this candlestick, it has a lot of similarities to this one here on Starbucks. So if I'm right, then this is going to be a significant bottom and we start trending up above $100 from here for Starbucks. Lots of volume, big reaction back up. The fact that today Starbucks has a wick to the top of this candlestick, I mean, bears are incredibly fucked on this one. That is my take on it. The small body here with a large wick means the moment you get above $100, this really starts squeezing. So if you look at Robinhood and you look at Starbucks, this is a weekly time frame. This is a daily time frame. This is what I think, right? I see that I see a good convincing volume candle that basically wants to tell direction when I see it. So that is the thesis, sir. Little free nugget gem here on an earnings stream. We're completely went away from these boring earnings stickers. Let's get back to them, right? Got to do our job. AGJ COF. So COF. Where are we at? How are my levels going? Don't tell me that my levels are gone. COF. There's my levels. That's better. I mean, these earnings, the ones that are just had their earnings, some of them had a good move, but nothing sustainable for long, all on very low volume. So there is no buys. The better buy is Starbucks. It's my idea. This looks like it's stopping out to me, but again, can be wrong. But the volume in combination with the candlesticks here, that's not something to buy. So big candlestick on a little bit of volume, smaller candlestick, smaller volume, and just kind of nothingness here. So before you know it, this is trading back at 170. And so for COF, we can take a look at 159.75 as that resistance to cross. And what's the profit taking target on hood COF? 167.5 champion. So from 159.75, that would be the entry long, but only after you get above it and you close above it. So very similar to Lee's watch list, right? The man puts out his watch list, gives you the level to get above. It's you need to close a candlestick above that, not just, oh, we wick there. That's not the play. That's not the trade. And then we can put our stop loss something like this. Basically, this can be a trade suggestion. We can use these 3 orange lines for COF. You can take yourself an entry at 159.75 after closing a 5-minute candlestick above. Target is 167.5, and basically at 156.4 we're wrong, so we need to get out. That's a clean 2.3 R trade, so more than twice the move to the upside from our entry points. And again, there's nothing to do yet, right? You need to see the confirmation. That's what that means. Confirmation of we do get above, we do stay above, and then limit order on that level to go higher. That's basically the earnings play. And if I were to have to give one earnings play of the day, then COF would be the one of my preference, this one. So can kind of leave you guys with that. I hope that was a helpful half an hour of market talk. Starbucks should be ticker sucks. That would be epic, Duko. Then it would pump even harder. That would attract a lot of the drug degens, sir. Be careful what you wish for. Literally, you take the B out of that ticker, and tomorrow you're at $300, bro. Great coffee, by the way. Amazing. Impeccable product. Like I literally had some fun with it today. I checked just for fun Starbucks news. I was completely unable to find one positive thing. Like it's impossible. Like my Google algos did not allow me to find a positive news story about Starbucks. Like that tells me literally everything I need to know. Like 9 out of 10 people come, oh, earnings bad, right? Earnings bad or bad guidance. Let me stay away from it. And then 2-3 weeks later, they become buyers somewhere above $100. I haven't found anything I like there. Well, I don't visit them that often actually. I'm just kidding. I'm just trading a stock, brother. The underlyings doesn't matter to me, whether that's coffee from Starbucks or Meta or Apple or Capital One Financial here, doesn't matter. Porter DMing me. I don't know what that means, sir. Wally. I didn't even know that Starbucks is liberal and anti-gun, bro. You're telling me completely new things. Like you're telling me news. I'll make money off of them. Absolutely. Just no long-term investment for me. Sir Duco, I'm not saying you need to long-term invest in I'm typing Duco. I'm not saying you should long-term invest in Starbucks. That's not at all what I'm saying. At some point, right? This goes higher, and somewhere nicely above $100 in the premium section will be crisp with our targets. We're gonna offload that, right? And then the moment we offload our Starbucks shares, we start basically talking shit about it. So the moment, as long as I'm long on this, and as long as the candlesticks look good, this is only positivity for me. But the moment that I basically see that, yeah, there's a reason to become bearish, then sure, bro, we make fun of Starbucks as much fun as we want, just like we do with Disney. No, no biases here, bro. Let me draw on something very nicely for you on this chart. Look, I don't even need much, bro. I don't even need much. Just give me a move, $20 higher. Let me take profit in all my longs and then do something like this. So back to $50 or so. Sure, absolutely. So long-term investor here, absolutely. I'm not saying you should long-term invest. There's plenty of downside risk as well with this, but just not in the immediate short term. That looks very, very good. I'm personally prepared for some impeccable times here in the short term, but sure. And that goes for anything, right? At some point, you sell, you get out, and right, and it's job done. Like I have no preferences actually of these companies. The only preferences I have is how these candlesticks look. Some charts just look better than others, but that'll be it at least for this stream. I'll end the recording. End the stream.